Administrator Sullivan, in December, before this committee, the head of your satellite office, Dr. Voles, testified that a more detailed process guide for how commercial companies will partner with your agency would be produced following the final commercial space policy. When I asked for a date, he testified that it would be released in January or February, and of course now we're past that date. He recently told my staff that the document was off his desk and now, quote, in process, unquote. I was just wondering if you might know where that document is now, if it's within NOAA, maybe it's elsewhere in the administration, if you could share any information you have on that.
Thank you for the question, Mr. Chairman. It is in final review within NOAA, is my understanding. Okay. That was our original target of the January date, and we share your eagerness to have it out. Our goal with both the process, the policy and the process, is to provide the private sector with both the policy clarity and stability that they seek, as well as the more detailed steps they need to follow, and the next beyond that will be the specific technical details for different measurement sets.
And would you be, can you maybe at this hearing provide us a date for when we might be able to get that?
I don't have a date certain at my fingertips,
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, but I'll be happy to update my inquiry as soon as the hearing is over and
Okay.
get back to your staff.
That would be great if you could do that. Thank you. I'd like some clarification about the process by which NOAA will look to the private sector for radio occultation data. I'm encouraged to see the inclusion of private sector data options, but I am hopeful that NOAA does not see this only as a secondary option. Can you share with us how you see this process working as far as integrating commercial data into the data assimilation systems?
We see it as a very promising prospect and are moving accordingly to have the opportunity and the ability to test and evaluate it. It is a nascent proposition that the private sector can indeed provide such data. So the process and the procedures we're laying out here will give us the opportunity under the pilot programs to do the testing and evaluating that can confirm whether in fact the data quality and reliability meet the standards required to sustain the accuracy and reliability of our forecasts.
Okay. I've just got a few minutes here. Hopefully we can do a second round of questions. Contrary to what we have heard from numerous NOAA officials that have testified before this committee, I have heard from countless weather and data experts that World Meteorological Organization Resolution 40, WMO 40, does not require the release of all data to the world. In fact, it lists out specific types and in some cases amounts of data that is open for sharing. I do believe weather is a public good, and I understand the advantages the United States gets from our partnerships with other countries. However, there is a burgeoning weather satellite industry sitting on the sidelines because they are concerned that if they sell data to NOAA, you will turn around and give it away for free, which completely destroys the marketplace before it begins. I am not advocating for getting rid of WMO 40. I want to be clear about that. All I am asking is for us to actually abide by it. Will you commit to me that we can work together to craft rules for the treatment of weather data acquired from commercial space systems that does not undercut the emergence of a market while still maintaining that our government keeps its commitments to WMO 40?
Mr. Chairman, we have been working closely with your staff over the months that this issue has been evolving. I promise you we will continue to do that, and let me assure you we're also working very closely with the WMO itself. I was just over in Geneva last week, the calendar is a bit of a blur, and met directly with the new Secretary General.
Thank you for that. I'll yield my time, or I'll yield my time back to myself, I guess, and recognize the ranking member, Ms. Bonamici.